Good morning, hot fudge Sarah.
Good morning, sweetheart. How are you?
Welcome to episode 2 of our Queen's Great Dreams.
I know, amazing.
So
Yay.
what are you grateful for today? Because you know how I love to start off with that first.
I do love that. No, I'm truly grateful for waking up in my nice warm home with my beautiful children and my partner. It was just a great way to start the day.
I love it.
What are you grateful for today, sweetheart?
I am grateful to be alive. It's been a journey, a very rough, troubling, don't know what to say journey, but waking up this morning and being here, that's what I'm grateful for.
I love that.
So since this episode's a lot about trauma,
Yes.
do we want to give a bit of a notice to the audience?
Yeah, there may be some things that may trigger some people because we will dive into a little bit about our own trauma experiences and not to be in the victim, headspace, but to talk about how we've actually overcome that, those situations.
So let's start on a positive note.
Absolutely.
Our daily mantra for today. You can create a better, brighter future for yourself right now. Stop focusing on your past. Focus on where you are going. There have been times in my life that have been messy or that I'm not proud of. I learn from those mistakes and move on rather than beating myself up. Let's focus on where we are going. The future is so bright.
Yay.
So I know over conversations we've spoken about trauma and, what we've gone through from our childhood to now, really. And you gave me some really interesting stats. Sarah, are you happy to share that with the audience?
Yeah, so firstly, when it comes to trauma experiences, it can be anywhere from, death, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, anything along those lines, really, that put you in a traumatic experience. So they do say that usually someone in their life will go through a couple of traumatic experiences. However, I did some numbers and they did stand out for me quite a bit. So I've got them on my notes here. Let's have a little look. So between the ages of 0 and 10, I had 5 traumatic experiences completely out of my control. It was quite hard to talk about. It's something I don't really want to go too deep into. Maybe on another episode. Between 10 and 20, I had 10. Between 20 and 30 years old, I had 3. Between 30 and 40, I've had 2. So as the years have gone on, the amount of trauma experiences have decreased, which is incredible. I feel like from such a young age, having some terrible, horrible things happen to me after the passing of my mum's death, it really made me feel like I wasn't really worth much in life, and I was kind of a rebel, and I went down some deep, dark paths from the ages, from 10 years old. I wasn't doing what a normal 10-year-old would probably be doing. However, it's really taught me from the ages of, later on in life to start loving myself and learning from those lessons of what, these traumatic experiences, really learning from how to overcome the negative and change it into a positive. So, yeah, that's a little bit about my traumatic stuff in my life. Did you want to talk to me about maybe yours and how you've overcome it? And
well, I don't even know where to start. I can't even give you the numbers. There's been that many traumatic experiences in my life, but also that many amazing moments in my life. So I guess I reflect more on those these days, but this is obviously about us talking about our traumatic experience. I was a year older than you when you lost your mum. I was 5 when I lost my mum. And then, as I had previously said, my grandfather died of a broken heart straight after that. Then at the age of 7, I was born in Switzerland. I ended up here on the Gold Coast. My father, unfortunately, at the time, wasn't coping, and let's say he resorted to alcohol. So I grew up with an alcoholic father who now in his late 70s has acknowledged that, and I have definitely got more respect for him now. But I was like you, I rebelled a lot, especially my teenage years. I lost my mum. My father wasn't really present in my life. I was homeless at the age of 16, hiding under my girlfriend's bedroom couch. So the mum didn't know till I was taken in by another friend's mother, who I ended up living with till I moved out after high school. In between all that, numerous things happened. I had meningitis, which is a life-threatening disease, and was hospitalised. That was in year 11. Also had domestic violence in my high school years as well. But going from high school and looking at all that, I won in grade 12 a scholarship for Diploma of Business. So I was very heavily focused on succeeding through life, given the traumatic experiences. And it was my motivation, and my why was I wanted to be an inspiration to my mother, my granddie, and also a huge support to my brother to see there is good in life and we can succeed through all these challenges. It just comes down to the mindset and not playing that victim. And yes, we all do get bogged down. I definitely did play the victim. I definitely went down a really bad spiral hole. But once I got out of there, I went on to university. I started my first business. I ended up then starting a company. And when I looked at my timeline, it was really interesting. I would have like several traumatic experiences, and then it was like, fudge you, life. You're not going to defeat me, and I'm going to live my best life. And then there would be a number of good things would happen, like as in like successful things would happen. Whether it was like, the company and winning awards in Australia and all those kind of things. There's been so many traumatic experiences I don't even know how I've got through it, and people around me, even of recent times, have gone, we don't even know how the doctor has not classified you as dead now.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, which is crazy to think. I've had 3 DVs multiple times in hospital. So that's definitely traumatized me in the way of wanting to be in a relationship, to be honest. And maybe that's why I bury myself in work and businesses and being a mum and those things. But what I can say to everyone listening is that don't let the bad get you down and bog down. You got to push through it. Because otherwise, what, you're going to like be miserable for the rest of your life? Like, who wants to live that way?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you can just defeat a traumatic experience straight away. It can take months. It could take years. My biggest advice would be to lean on your friends. Even if you think they're going through a bad time, man, give me a call. I'm always here to listen. And I've seen psychologists. I don't think that's a bad thing either. If I hadn't seen a psychologist, where would I be? I don't know. But at the end of the day, it came down to me, and it came down to my mindset, and it came down to going, that was shivers, but what the future holds is going to be gold. There is a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. And I say that to my kids all the time.
Yes. It's definitely with mindset. So like hoping this episode inspires a lot of people out there that it doesn't matter, you know, we have come from, like I said in episode 1, there's so much you can do with that positive mindset. So what are the things that have helped you, you know, to get through, keep going?
Well, everyone thinks I'm the biggest energizer bunny and maybe I'm hiding things behind. Of late, I will say when I was younger, it was different. It was more goal orientated. My why was my mum. So I was like, okay, like what would mum want for me? And I don't think, and I know she wouldn't have wanted me to not fail, but be miserable, like cry all the time and be down and all those kind of things. So that was my motivation when I was younger. As I've got older, my kids are definitely my motivation, and providing for them the best future. And also, you know, they reflect on you. So if you are at the bottom of the barrel and miserable all the time, crying, lashing out, you know, have no patience, all those kind of things, you're going to be their traumatic experience.
Yeah, that's right.
Like they are going to grow up and go, oh, mum went down a spiral hole. Like she started drinking too much. She was verbally abusive because she was angry all the time. Because if you don't let go of the trauma that you've had, it does then spiral to your kids.
That's right.
So yeah, my motivation now is my kids, like 110%. But the daily things I do, like every morning I will read and manifest about healing, about self-worth.
Yes.
All those motivational quotes, my daily mantra, which we read here.
Yes.
I'm a very routine person when it comes to the morning. So I'll do that. Then I'll get up. I'll have a cup of tea and I'll hit the gym by 5 a.m. I'll do a great workout, usually do classes because it's kind of a social thing for me as well. And I meet friends there that I've made from the gym of all generations, from the younger 16-year-old to the 50-year-olds, and we have a bit of chat and those things. So by the time I get home, do the breakfast, the lunches and everything like that, I'm set for the day. And I'm positive. I'm upbeat. On the way to school, I'll be talking to the kids, seeing what they're looking forward to in the day. I'll get my coffee and then I'll get to work, and like work is motivation for me as well because I'm surrounded by like-minded people. So that helps too. And then my night routine is, you know, I love cooking. Okay. I find a passion in cooking because it's my relaxation time. Well, most of the time anyway, not when my toddler's like pulling at me or screaming at me, but the majority of the time cooking relaxes me. And then sitting at the table with the kids, and every night I'll say, tell me one thing that you appreciate today. And there's that reflection. What do you appreciate? What are you grateful for? And then, curling up on the couch with the kids reminds me of how lucky I am. It's the little things that I'm lucky for.
Yeah.
Yes, they are the biggest reason where I am now. What about you?
So, my kids are definitely my why. I want to make sure that they've got all the love, support and security that they need in life. They're definitely my drive every day. Very similar to you, I have morning routine, like I'll wake up, walk the dog, have my coffee of course, but when I'm in bed, when I'm just waking up, that's when I start manifesting and giving myself that positive self-talk and affirmation before I even get out of bed. So I find it really, really helps me set my day, start my day, and then as you know, with kids, it's like you've done a whole day's worth of work before 8 in the morning, you know? So it's like wild. So, yeah, I feel like with everything that I've been through, it's really important to make sure that you do things that help you. So like you said, you've seen a psychologist. I feel like I've done psychologists, psychiatrists, counselling, energy healing, Reiki, crystal healing.
And what's worked? Like what?
Talking to Jesus. Yeah. Honestly, he has helped me get through the most darkest times. I may not go to church every Sunday. I may not go once a year, but even talking to him has helped me get through my darkest times. So talking to Jesus has helped me tremendously getting through everything.
And talking about the darkest times, and obviously you've had dark times, but man, you're a businesswoman, you're successful, you own your own house, multiple properties, a great business. Like, how did you even go through maybe one traumatic experience prior to buying your first house or business? Like, how did you break that wall down to then grow success?
So to help me get through all the traumatic experiences that I've had in my life, I've been able to manage by a lot of self-positive talk, and that has helped me tremendously, knowing my self-worth. So I knew that drinking alcohol, even a wine or two a day, wouldn't put me in a very good mental state of mind. So I stopped drinking, and it's changed my life in unimaginable ways, so positively.
So proud of you.
Yeah, I love not drinking. So I just did Europe for weeks and I didn't just have a single drop of alcohol. And people like, two of my friends actually asked me, did you drink in Europe? No, I didn't. Have you had a drink? No, I didn't. So I think putting positive, things in place really, really have helped me. Yeah.
And it's also the people that we surround ourselves with.
Absolutely.
Like, you want parachutes around you. That brings you up. And that positive nature of, like I had said, it's hard to talk about, but last year was definitely my latest spiral. I lost all self-worth. I'd been beaten so much that I didn't think I was worthy of life. I didn't think I was worthy being a mum, all these kind of things. And I'm so appreciative about the friends I had around me, like the daily quotes or calls or messages I would get from them who have known me since, primary school or high school, come into my life in my work years. Just everyone, like, they have definitely helped a lot, and I wouldn't be where I am success-wise without them. And I say that, like, you surround yourself with positive nature people that inspire you, and that will only help you grow in business, in life, in happiness. So I'm so grateful for that. Sarah, I know you have abundance of drawing very inspirational people around you. Who inspires you the most at current?
Yeah, so at current, my partner inspires me tremendously. Jared, he is the most beautiful human I've ever met and one of the most smartest people I've ever met. He is deaf. We do sign language at home. That's our second language that we speak at home, so the kids learn it as well. And little things in life that we may take for granted can play quite a huge toll on him. For example, he was stuck at a car park once, and there's a phone number there, a 1300 number, you can't text it. So for me, like, we would just press a button and start talking. Yeah. Unfortunately, little things like this for him, it can be quite tough. So I just think he's just the most amazing, beautiful human in the world, and he is so smart. He's a builder. He works for Open Projects, a great company on the Gold Coast, and he builds cars, he drifts, like nothing stops him. He's travelled to, 30-something countries. He's just, I just love him so much. He's got his own investment portfolio, and he's just incredible, and I'm just so grateful to have him in my life. So, yes, he's someone that I am very grateful to have in my life and is inspiring. And sometimes I'm like, do I deserve someone like this? I absolutely do.
Yes, you do. Remember your self-worth.
I just love him. I know. I just love him so much. So yeah, he's truly inspiring to me. But do you want to talk about what happened actually a couple of weeks ago with you? How you were in hospital? Like how did?
Yeah. While you were traveling Europe, so about a month ago, I actually went and appraised a property and got bitten or attacked by a dog and bitten 3 times.
At the property?
At the property, yeah.
Not the owner's dog?
Yes.
Oh, God.
So
Poor
the
thing.
nature of the business.
Yes.
Lucky I had my tetanus shot. So that was a traumatic experience in itself.
Yeah,
Not the first time being attacked by a dog. I went running once and a dog jumped literally over the fence and attacked me and bit my butt. And I now have a permanent scar.
Really? You might have to get that tattooed.
Oh, God. I know. So, yeah, long story short, ended up in hospital because the left side of my body was paralyzed.
Wow.
And originally they thought it could have been a blood infection from the dog. And then they said, no, this is a neurological disorder of some such. So they did blood tests, they did MRIs. They said they were hoping not, that I potentially had a stroke or MS. I'm only 37.
It's just crazy.
So it was daunting because as the week went on in hospital, I was getting less and less function on the left side. I was getting slurred speech. I was seeing a really great neurologist at John Flynn, which I'm so grateful for. And then I got the news. I got diagnosed with functional neurological disorder, which is a brain disease which shuts your body down and it can paralyze you. And interesting fact is that it is from traumatic experiences. So from childhood abuse,
Right.
Domestic violence, sexual abuse, and it can be triggered at any time. And obviously I've had a whirlwind. We couldn't put it down to one thing.
Yeah.
But it is like a stroke without the brain bleed. And I'm now going through 6 hours of rehab, or meant to be. I don't know how I'm fitting it in my schedule.
Yeah.
And I've got movement of my arm back, which I'm grateful for. Legs still iffy. Talking okay.
Yeah, great.
And we'll just have to see where life goes from here. The most daunting thing for me at the time, and I'm not my mum, but mum was this age when she got her brain disease. So being in a hospital and dealing with that and the unknown was probably one of the worst experiences of my life. But, girl, I'm not going to let it get to me.
Absolutely not.
I came out of hospital and listed 7 properties last week.
That's wild. I just don't know with
I was
you.
like, hold on. I need to breathe here. I was saying to my CEO, I'm just like, I'm meant to be reining it in right now and just having a bit of rest. But, hey, let's just go for it.
Let's just keep
Let's
going.
just manifest our business and grow it now it's a whirlwind. So you've got to look at the positive outside of that.
Absolutely.
It's like one traumatic experience, one great experience. Like, let's just go through this roller coaster, hey?
Absolutely. No, that's good.
So hopefully no more traumatic experiences for either of us.
No.
I think we've had enough over the years.
I think so. And we're doing really well, and I hope that we inspire others, that because a lot of people don't talk about this stuff.
100%. Do you know?
They don't.
No. It's so crazy. In the last 6 months, And look, with my job as a real estate agent, I'm already a mentor, a psychologist, a mediator, all those kind of things.
Yes.
But literally in the last 6 months, I've had 5 males come back into my life.
Oh.
No, not in that way.
Oh.
5 friends, males, all going through pretty traumatic experiences, from one about to lose their mum, 2 going through divorces, another one who confided in me that he had severe depression. And that was one of the things that I want to talk about today, is that I felt they all came into my life at a certain time. I actually know another female that's in her 50s. She also broke down to me at the gym recently, and I said to her, you're going to get through this. And I appreciated her confiding in me. I appreciated everyone confiding in me. I've definitely been, I feel like I'm meant to be a healer or a psychologist now. Like,
It's because people can talk to you. You're very easy to talk to, and you listen, and
I don't judge.
That's
it doesn't
right.
matter what you've done wrong in life, where you are. And if you've put yourself in that situation, I have no judgment. I just want to get you out.
Absolutely.
And I want to help people be happy. And, that's one of the reasons we started this podcast. Yes, it's about the property and finance, wealth and creation, but it's also, again, about that riches isn't happiness.
Yeah.
Riches isn't happiness. And I want to be there for people. So anyone in the audience listening, like, if you need me, I am there. DM me through our socials. So is Sarah. Like, we are here to help others. We are here to inspire. And we are here to make the world a better place.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like a lot more people should be talking about, situations that have happened to them and how they've overcome it, because it's very, very inspiring. So thank you so much for sharing everything.
Well, I've got one more last traumatic experience.
Oh, gosh. What?
Dating in 2024.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, I officially, after a year, have decided to do the dating circle. And I have to say, it's like playing Uno.
On what? What do you mean?
Well, look, you draw one, you skip another, you go back one, then you get 4 more. It's like the Uno cycle.
Of dating?
Yes, of dating. And even apps. Okay, so obviously I'm not a millennial. I'm older. I've got kids. I've got a business. But maybe this is like my, I don't know, coming out of hospital, I was like, okay, maybe I should branch out.
Why not?
Life's too short lately. Yeah. So I ended up on Bumble literally for a minute. Like a minute. I got a DM and it was basically this guy going, hey, you see that chick in the photo with me? We're looking for someone to have fun with.
Wow.
And I was like, mate, I'm not your gal. Delete. And that's my dating life now.
Oh, my God.
Deleted apps.
Go meet someone at a barbecue.
Oh, yeah. With what time do I have?
Oh, God.
But yeah, that's a funny traumatic experience. So I had to end it on a high note.
Absolutely.
Sorry, episode 3 is next up. And who do we have?
Maddie Walton. So she is a mortgage broker on the Gold Coast, and she is a young rising star, and she's incredible. So inspiring for all the young humans out there.
I love it. Love it. Love it. So let's get it, girl.
Let's get it, girl. Get it, sis. Let's go.
See you next week.